welcome to your first Spanish class here at Edutin Academy. In today's lesson, we are going to get to know the basics of Spanish, beginning with the alphabet. Getting to know the alphabet will be really easy and very important for your understanding of the beautiful language. Once you learn the Spanish alphabet, you can read and spell Spanish words accurately. Now the letters and their sounds will allow you to decipher writing text, signs, meanings, and other writing materials. Now, before we dive into today's lessons, let's listen to this following list of words. Pay close attention to the pronunciation and tell us, what is so particular about the vowel sounds? Manzana, creer, hongo. What is so particular about the vowel sounds? A. They have different sounds. B. Spanish has no vowels. C. Each vowel has only one sound. You got it? Each vowel in Spanish has its own sound, but only one. Now let's dive into today's lesson. In Spanish, we have 27 letters in our alphabet. They are similar to the English alphabet, but with a few differences. The first letter is A. It sounds like the Spanish word anillo, which means ring. Repeat after me. A. The next letter is B. It sounds like the Spanish word balón. Repeat after me. B. C. It has two sounds depending on the vowel that follows it. When followed by an A, O, or U, it sounds like the key sound in the Spanish word casa, which means house. Repeat after me. Ca, co, cu. However, when C is followed by an E or an I, it sounds like the E sound in the Spanish word ciudad, which means city. Repeat after me. C, si. D. It sounds like the Spanish word día, which means day. Repeat after me. D. E. It sounds like the Spanish word elefante, which means elephant. Repeat after me. E. The next letter is F. It sounds like the Spanish word like in familia, which means family. Repeat after me. F. Hey. Just like say, it has two sounds depending on the vowel that follows it. When followed by an A, O, or U, it sounds like the Spanish word gato, which means cat. Repeat after me. Ga, go, gu. However, when he is followed by an E or an I, it sounds like he, like in the Spanish word gente, which means people. Repeat after me. He, he. H. In Spanish, H is always silent, so we don't pronounce it. The word hospital is a good example. Repeat after me. H. I. It sounds like the Spanish word isla, which means island. Repeat after me. I. J. It sounds like the Spanish word jugo, which means juice. It's a bit more throaty. Repeat after me. J. Let's have a pause and resume the letters that we've learned. A like anillo. B like balón. C like casa or ciudad. D like día. E like elefante. F like familia. G like gato or gente. H like hospital. I like isla. J like jugo. Let's continue. The 11th letter is K. It's not very common in Spanish and it sounds like the Spanish word kilo. Repeat after me. K. L. It sounds like the Spanish word luna, which means moon. Repeat after me. L. M. It sounds like the Spanish word manzana, which means apple. Repeat after me. M. N. It sounds like the Spanish word número, which means number. Repeat after me. N. Ñ. It has a unique sound in Spanish. It sounds like in the Spanish word niño, which means child. Repeat after me. Ñ. O. It sounds like the Spanish word oso, which means bear. Repeat after me. O. P. It sounds like the Spanish word perro, which means dog. Repeat after me. P. We continue with the letter Q. In Spanish, Q is always followed by the letter U, and together they sound like the K. An example is the Spanish word queso, which means cheese. Repeat after me. Q. The letter R. In Spanish, R has a unique sound that is a bit tricky. For example, in the word rojo, which means red. The R is pronounced with a slight rolling of the tongue. Repeat after me. R. Let's also analyze the word pájaro. The R sound is softer than in the word rojo, and this is because it's placed in the middle of the word. The next letter is S. It sounds like the Spanish word sol, which means sun. Repeat after me. S. Well, let's resume this second part. We have K like kilo, L like luna, M like manzana, N like número, Ñ like niño, O like oso, P like perro, Q like queso, R like rojo, and S like sol. Let's move on to the final letters. We continue with T. It sounds like the Spanish word taza, which means cup. Repeat after me. T. Now, the letter U, it sounds like the Spanish word uva, which means grape. Repeat after me. U. The next letter is V. In Spanish, V sounds like a softer V English sound. For example, in the word vaca, which means cow. Repeat after me. V. Now the letter W. It's not very common in Spanish and it's usually used in words borrowed from other languages. It sounds like the word whiskey. Repeat after me. W. We continue with the letter X. It can have different sounds in Spanish. When it starts a word, it sounds like the S. An example is the word xilófono, which means xylophone. When it appears within a word, it usually sounds like in the word excelente, which means excellent. Repeat after me. X. Y. We also call it Y in Spanish. Y can have different sounds depending on the word. It can sound like the Spanish word yeso or like the Spanish country Uruguay. Repeat after me. Y. And the last letter is Z. It sounds like the letter S. An example is the word zapato, which means shoe. Repeat after me. Z. Well, let's repeat these final letters. We have T like taza, U like uva, V like vaca, W like whiskey, X like xilófono and excelente, Y like yeso, Uruguay, and Z like zapato. We usually use the alphabet to spell our own name. In my experience, I always have to spell my name because it's not very common among Spanish names. My name is Gioconda. G like gato, I like iglesia, O like oso, C like cocina, O like olla, N like naranja, D like dedo, and A like anillo. In summary, in this first Spanish class, we have learned about the Spanish alphabet and its sounds. We have reviewed the different letters and the sounds they represent. Remember that some letters have different sounds depending on the vowel that follow them, such as C and G. We have also learned that the letter H is silent in Spanish. It's important to practice the pronunciation of each letter and its corresponding sound. This will help you build a strong foundation in Spanish. We have reached the end of today's lesson. I hope this lesson has provided you with valuable insights that will help you during this course. As you continue your learning process, I encourage you to revisit this lesson and engage with the material to improve your reading and speaking skills. What are your expectations for this course? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment sections and engage in discussions with your fellow learners. Nos vemos en la siguiente clase. Hasta pronto.
¿Te ha gustado este video? Te invito a continuar tu aprendizaje ingresando a edutin.com, donde encontrarás más de 6,000 cursos gratis y con certificado. Además, podrás interactuar con personas de todo el mundo. Ingresa ahora o descarga nuestra aplicación móvil.